Well, hello, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. It's time for tea with Tamara, and I thought that I would do a quick get ready with me. I have a few errands to run today, and I'm in my closet at my beauty counter, and I just thought, why not just turn the camera on and talk to you guys while I do a quick face. So I've already washed and prepped my skin. I have my sunblock on. I put on my primer. And now I'm just coming in with a little bit of concealer. So if I'm not looking right at you guys, it's because I'm looking in my mirror. And the first thing I'm going to do is come in with some concealer for these under eye circles. And I'm using two different colors to just kind of take care of that situation that's going on right under there. So you guys, I wanted to come on and just chat a little bit while I do my makeup. There's a lot going on. I have two graduates in my household. I'm very excited for them, but I'm also a little bit stressed out because it's a lot managing these girls and their schedules and keeping everybody on task and keeping up with all the different dates that they have for their schooling and such. And so, yeah, managing that while wrangling a full-fledged toddler has been a lot, but I'm getting through it okay. And just on that train of thought, I kind of wanted to come on here and talk about transitions. So y'all know that or maybe you don't know, but I have 3 older kids and 1 toddler, 1 baby. And so being that I have gap children, my oldest is 22. She'll be 23 in July. Sorry about that, you guys. And my youngest is 16 months. And I have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old. And so the 22-year-old and the 18-year-old are both graduating. One's graduating college and the other one is graduating high school, and she'll be starting college. And my 16-year-old will be a junior in high school next year. I am using my Laura Geller, and this is the Balanced and Brighten Foundation. This is what it looks like. And this, I just use this kind of brush. This is what I use when I just need a quick everyday face and I don't want like complete full coverage. It is a powder. It's a baked powder and it's buildable. It covers enough of my flaws without giving me cake face, and that is why I love it. So yeah, I was thinking about transitions as my children are transitioning from one stage to the next. And, you know, it's difficult for them. It is very hard for them. They're excited, but they're a little bit trepidatious for what the future holds and what's coming up next. It's a little overwhelming for them. It's a lot of bit overwhelming for me because I'm having to constantly switch hats depending on which child I'm dealing with. And if you have multiple children, then you also understand that no 2 children are alike. Each child has their own personality, their own way of processing information, their own way of dealing with stress. And so, you know, as their mom, it has been very challenging switching off what they need from me with also knowing when to kind of be hands off and let them figure it out on their own, because I don't believe in coddling my children. They are adults, so to speak. And so there are some things that they have to kind of figure out and go through on their own so that they can have the knowledge and experience. And, it's not a situation of mommy always coming to the rescue. And if you parent older children, then you understand exactly the season that I'm in right now, and how there are times when, as a parent, as a mother, you question if you're doing enough. You question if you're doing a good job. You're questioning if you're doing right by your kids. And, there's no easy, straightforward answer to that. Some people will be like, yeah, you're doing a great job. On the outside, from the outside looking in, I get those kind of compliments all the time. Oh my gosh, you're such a great mom. You're an awesome mom. You're doing great. But the truth and the matter and the reality of it is that I don't always feel like I'm winning in the mom arena. Okay. I don't always feel like I'm getting it right. I mess up often. Um, and my kids will tell you that mommy is not perfect. And, I'm kind of feeling like that today. Um, Not for any one particular reason, except to say that, my kids are going through a season where I kind of have to kind of just stand back and let them go. And everything within me is wanting to just fix it all and make it better and, make the icky things go away. But the things that they're encountering and experiencing are vital to their growth and development. And they're actually things that they kind of have to go through. It's those hard knocks of life that they have to experience, and they have to learn how to navigate. But can I just tell you, my mama heart is just like breaking into a million pieces as I'm watching them fumble and navigate. And it makes me feel like and question, have I given them enough tools? Have I taught them everything that they need to know? Do they have what they need from me in order to get through these rough patches that every child is going to go through? Every adolescent, every young adult, every teenager, every young person, they all go through these phases in life. And I'm a very hands-on parent. So for me to have to kind of sit back and watch them navigate and watch them, fall down and really learn how to pick themselves up. It's hard. It's hard. I can guide them from the sidelines, sure. I can give them pointers here and there, but guess what? I'm not with them 24/7 like I am with my toddler. I'm with her all the time. And even then, I'm not always with her. I'm not with her right now. She's downstairs with her dad. So I just feel like when you are in transition and you're parenting your children and everything is going fine and great, and you get to that stage where it's time for you as the parent to kind of stand back and take your hands off and watch them grow and develop into responsible young adults and human beings. Woo, man, that is one of the hardest things to watch and to do, because I'm a nurturer. So my natural inclination is to jump in. And I find myself lately having to say, wait a minute, Tamara, hold back. Let's watch and see. This is just a little bit of eyeshadow primer. I like to put this on. I'm not going to really do an eyeshadow look, but I like to put this on before I put concealer on the top so that the concealer doesn't crease. But yeah, I like to just kind of let them figure it out. Because here's the thing that I have learned as a mom, and I hope that I don't sound like I'm rambling, even though I am kind of rambling, because I just need to get it out. Excuse me. You gotta let your kids figure things out on their own. Why? Because there are many different reasons why. It does serve a purpose. If you're always rushing to their aid, okay, so let's look at my daughter, Noelle. She is a toddler. She is running through the house, right? But her balance isn't all the time perfect. Her balance is sometimes a little questionable, and it's easy for her to lose her footing because she's so little and she's doing things that she's never done before, right? So the same is true for your older kids. When it's time for you to take your hands off and let them kind of fumble and stumble through adulthood or into adulthood, you do have to kind of let go and allow them to fall. Why? Because they need to know how to recover. If I'm constantly running to Noelle to pick her up every time she falls over, how is she going to know how to get up off the ground herself? It's the same thing with your bigger kids. If you're constantly rushing to their aid and fixing everything for them and, kissing the boo-boo, so to speak, how are they ever going to know how to pick themselves up and how to patch themselves back? Because the reality that we all face as parents is we're not always going to be there for them. We're not always going to be there to tell them what to do or give them the advice of how they should handle things. And they have to know within themselves that they are capable of picking themselves up. They are capable of taking care of themselves. They are capable of making wise and good decisions. I'm just coming on the top with a little bit of my Laura Mercier press powder. And side note, did y'all know that this comes tinted? So you don't have to just use the regular translucent one. You can actually get the tinted one. And I like the tinted one. And I was in Sephora the other day and I saw that they have one that has some shimmer to it. And I almost picked that one up. But you guys, I don't want shimmer all over my face. And I'm not new to makeup, but I was a little bit intimidated by that one. So all I did was just press the powder into my eyelids, as you can see here. And I'm just going to come in with this tapered brush and just brush away the excess because I don't want a whole gunk of powder all on my eyelid. I just really wanted to kind of make my eyelids one color. And I think that's about it for the eyes today. I don't feel like putting on any eyeshadow. But as I was saying, now I'm going to just come in and set my under eye right here. As I was saying, your kids have to know that they are capable. They have to know that they can handle themselves and that they can handle, the different curveballs that life throws them. And so as a parent, it's my job to give them the room and the space to do that. And the sooner I can kind of go hands off, the better off for them, because it is kind of a lesson that if they can learn it young, the Bible says, train up a child in the way in which he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So to me, that says you got to get them while they're young. You have to get them while you still have influence, because here's the thing, guys. As a parent, the older your child gets, I wouldn't necessarily say the less influence you have over them, but you will not be the only primary influence in their life. When you send those kids to school, they're going to be influenced by their peers. When you send them to college, they're going to be influenced by their professors. And even at high school, they're influenced by their teachers. So when you send your kids out into the world is going to be influencing them one way or another. So it is my school of thought, just my opinion. You do you, but it's my school of thought that if I can train them how to think independently, how to be assertive, how to speak up for themselves, how to handle certain life situations that come at them, how to be diplomatic in certain situations and such, then I need to do that while they're still what's the word? While they're still under my influence, like primarily. I was trying to say majority, but that's not the right word. Anyway, um, all right. So I think the face is done, and I need to put on a little bit of eyebrow gel to keep these in place. So that's kind of where my head has been here lately. And it's one of those things that it sounds great. When you say it, it's easier said than done, because the reality is when you are in the hospital and you push this baby out, or you get your cesarean and you lay on that table and you go through all of the body trauma to deliver this child, however your child came into the world, and you're solely responsible for this tiny little human being. And then all of a sudden, without you even realizing it, this tiny little person is no longer a little person. This little person, and this little baby is now, forming their own opinions. This is a little bit of cream blush. And their own ideas and ideals about their life. And they're having their own experiences that are independent from what goes on in your household. And, they may come and tell you about it and share it with you. And sometimes they may not. Sometimes the reality is they may not feel comfortable talking to you about certain things. Or they may wait before they tell you something because they're not sure how you're going to react to it. And I have experienced all of those things as a mother. Some of them have been quite painful and not fun. Also, the other lovely parting gift that you get as a mom is, unfiltered truth from your kids about you and about the way that you parent them and how they feel about that. And I know that I have been on the receiving end of that truth more times than I care to admit. But you guys, it's something that I encourage. It's something that my husband and we encourage in our household, because this is also a part of them learning how to assert themselves, learning how to ask for what they need, learning how to set boundaries, healthy boundaries, learning how to communicate. So the best way that you can do that as a parent is to allow your child to be able to express their feelings respectfully and let you know, when they didn't like something that you said or something that you did, or, maybe they got a punishment and they're not happy about the punishment, and be able to sit down with your kid and talk through those things. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised with, I am MOTHER period. And that's the end of that. You don't question me. You don't ask me nothing. You do what I say because that's what I said and that's what you're going to do. That didn't work for me. That only pushed me away from my mom. That did not make me want to run to her for anything. That actually made me become secretive and hide things, and because I didn't feel like I could talk to her. I'm just hitting my cheeks with this Fenty kilowatt. What is this? The Kilowatt Duo, and it's the Girl Next Door and Cheek Freak, and I think I'm using the Girl Next Door. So I just needed to come on here and kind of just talk it through, but also put a little bit of encouragement out there to any of you moms and dads who might find themselves, ooh, that is nice, in the same boat as me. You are in transition with your older kids. They are either about to fly the coop and leave the nest, or they are in process of leaving the nest, like my eldest daughter is. She's not quite ready to move out yet, but she has started talking about it. She is graduating college, and then she's going to take a year to work and go to law school. And the law school is not around the corner. So, I'm having to kind of settle in my heart and my mind that, in the near future, one of my babies is going to leave the nest. And I don't want to talk about that right now. But it is a reality nonetheless that I have to face and accept. And I have accepted it. I knew this day was coming. But y'all, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't expecting it to come this quickly, but here we are. And so, yeah, I just felt like coming on here to talk about that with you guys and chop it up a little bit and put down in the comments, what season of life are you in with your kids? Do you struggle like I do with, your effectiveness as a parent, as a mother? I know I can't be the only one. I know that every day is not a winning day. Every week is not a winning week, okay? You win some and you lose some. And I am learning on this motherhood journey also that some of these battles that we face as parents, we have to pick and choose our battles, guys. Major in the majors and minor in the minors. Because at the end of the day, why do we make that face when we put on mascara? Why? I cannot talk and do this. Hold on a second. At the end of the day, we want our kids to leave the nest, but we also want them to occasionally come back and visit. And so, it's a fine, I made a boo-boo. It's a fine balance between learning how to hold the line with them, but also give them that room to explore themselves, to explore young adulthood, to explore the terrain that we've worked so hard to prepare them for. I hope that makes sense to you all. Now we got to hit the lips with a little something, something. Excuse me while I get my lipstick drawer out. But yeah, I'm wondering if any of you can relate. This is Morphe Sweetest Tea lip pencil. I love this lip pencil because it's like almost the color of my lips with a little bit of mauve in it. And I'm just going to fill the whole thing in. Very, very nice neutral color. And then I'm just going to come on top of it with the lip gloss that matches. And that's it. We are done. All right, we're done. This is what makeup is for me these days, you guys. Most days, this is it. This is how I do. This is what I look like on a regular basis, on a daily basis, because she don't got time for all of the eyeshadow and everything all the time. I'm not always in the mood for that. The older I get, the less I want to do. Okay. But yeah, you guys, I just really wanted to come on here and just process that with some of you, all of you, and just, see where your head is at. Are you in a season of transition? Are you, watching your kids grow out of childhood and into adulthood and young adulthood, and how has that impacted you? How has that impacted your children? Are you happy about it? Are you excited? Are you a little trepidatious? Are you all the things like I am? Like, I'm all of those things. But yeah, leave a comment down in the comment box below. If you are new to the channel, hey, welcome to the tea room in my closet. But yeah, it's so great having you guys. And to my old faithfuls, you know how I feel about you. I love you to pieces. Yes, I do. And that's it for this video. Thanks for letting me ramble. You know what I'm going to tell you. Stay sweet, stay beautiful, and remember, there's always time for tea and a little bit of makeup. I'll catch you in the next video. Mwah. Bye-bye.